the city of Jerusalem. There's the Dome of the Rock, where the temple once stood, so the Temple Mount. This is where Solomon's temple once was, and of course Herod's temple as well. You also have the Wailing Wall here, which is a remnant of one of the border walls surrounding the temple. Right around here, right around there, is where I just was allowed to go see the tomb of the prophets Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi, as well as their disciples. And I'll show you that in a separate stream. There's a lot of things here: Christian churches, Church of All Nations, so Catholic Church, you got Russian Orthodox Church, a monastery, all sorts of things here. And might be able to see it from here. Right there is the Holy Sepulchre. So it's pretty incredible view from way up here. We just climbed up. Here you can see this is basically a Jewish cemetery right here. Over there towards the wall of Jerusalem is a Muslim cemetery. And right there are the gates in which Jesus went through during Palm Sunday. Now you can see that they're closed up, and the Muslims closed them up to basically disprove the Jews who don't believe that the Messiah has come, but they believe the Messiah will pass through those gates. So they bordered them up, shut them up to basically invalidate their prophecy. So pretty incredible stuff here. And I'm really excited to show y'all that video of the Tomb of the Prophets. It's closed, but he was gracious enough, the guy who is basically the groundskeeper was gracious enough to let us go in and video. He said since the war it's been closed. And I've been talking to a lot of people here, and they're all saying that during the war, there's pretty much no tourists here. And I can testify it's been a ghost town in many places. Aside from, the Muslim quarter during Ramadan right now, it's pretty much empty. It's a little eerie being here and seeing how empty it is. We literally went into the Holy Sepulchre. There was almost nobody there. It was just incredible. I see you there, Mustard. You're from Poland. God bless you as well. Elijah the prophet says, soon be wary. Yeah, I hear you. We heard gunshots at the Temple Mount last night. Posted a short of that. Sounded like 2 gunshots, and I saw smoke as if a gun was fired. So either really loud firecrackers or a gunshot. But either way, came from the Temple Mount / Wailing Wall part. So not a good sign. And of course it was, like I said, this is during Ramadan and also Sabbath prayers at the Wailing Wall for Jewish people. And so it's pretty intense. And last night was very, very intense. We're staying in a place about 10 minutes walking distance from that dome right there. So kind of right over there is where we're staying. So in fact, I think it's right behind that building. So it's, like I said, within walking distance of everything in the old city. It's just been absolutely incredible. Fulton Sheen says, Michael must have great cellular service. Yeah, I'm doing all this from my phone. Yeah. That's what's crazy, right? It is all from my phone. And so, I don't know, the signal's been touch and go, but I've been able to get connection on the whole. So there you can see the Dome of the Rock, where again the temple used to be, where Solomon's temple is or was. We should be able to go there tomorrow. Today is the Sabbath, and yesterday, of course, was Friday. So Jews and Christians can't go to the Temple Mount on either of those days, but Christians can go on Sunday. Very limited hours, so we will be going tomorrow to the Temple Mount. Christians right now are not allowed inside. I think they had some issues for the last few years, so unless you're a Muslim, you can't go inside, which is unfortunate because it's It's a really important place. Inside of there's a really special rock that's supposed to be the rock that Abraham was going to sacrifice Isaac. So I really wanted to go inside, but it's not an option right now. So it is what it is. But yeah. Anyways, the floor itself looks beautiful. That's funny. Literally, all the construction is this. I mean, the places that I lived in, it was all stuff like this. I don't know exactly what that is, some kind of brick, but thing is constructed out of whatever this is. I did get a chance to go to the places that I lived, or at least a couple of them. I actually haven't gone to the place that I used to live in inside Jerusalem. I will end up going there possibly today, but I did get a chance to go to where I lived in Neveseret Zion and also Netanya, and I got some pictures of that. I'll post that for the channel soon. I got a lot of videos, a lot of recording, a lot of pictures, but I haven't posted most of it. We've been going non-stop, so I just haven't had much of a chance to do a lot of posting. So stay tuned for some of that. Trying to see what else I should point out to you offhand. I think the Church of All Nations is over there. Dominus Flevit is around here, where Jesus wept, and the place where Jesus suffered in the Garden of Gethsemane. It's right around there. I got videos of those that I'll post soon. We were able to go to those places. Dominus Flevit, however, was closed, but we were able to kind of walk up there. By the way, there's the guy right there who literally owns the property where the tombs of the prophets is, where Haggai, Zechariah, and Malachi are buried. It's the guy in black right there. And he was nice enough to let us in. He says, yeah, I live here. And it's been in his family for generations. So he was really, really kind enough to allow us. But yeah, it's been awesome, but also, you know, it's been odd that pretty much everybody here is desperate for tourism. They're desperate for tourists, like really desperate, because evidently they just have nobody. So I think a lot of these people, they make a living on, you know, some of this stuff, and it sounds like they're not doing good right now because of the war. That's kind of sad. So feel bad for them, you know. They're trying to make a living, and really hard to do right now in the circumstances. But anyways, trying to look at your comments. Have a blessed day. Thank you. New Crusade, did you say? That's funny. We did go to the Israeli Museum earlier and saw some Crusader items, as well as a few other things. I got to see the Ketef Hinnom scrolls, which is the oldest scrolls that we have of the. It's actually of number 6, the priestly blessing. Got to see that. Got some good photos and videos of it. Got to see the first reference that we have to Pontius Pilate. First references to the House of David, to Solomon's Temple. I mean, a lot of stuff was in the Israeli Museum. The one thing I wasn't able to see in the Israeli Museum, which I'm really bitter about, is the Isaiah from the Dead Sea Scrolls and the Qumran findings. It was closed. Don't know. I guess they just don't have enough tourists right now, so it's been closed, which is really, I'm upset because I really wanted to see. But I did get a chance to see a little tiny fragment about that size from some of the Dead Sea Scrolls in the Vatican, at the Vatican Museum. So I will be going back to Vatican on Tuesday. I don't know. It's like the 26th. I'll be going back, and I'll be there for Holy Week. But I'll be here tomorrow in Jerusalem for Palm Sunday. And then, heading back to, after going to Galilee, I'll head back to Rome, and I'll be at the Easter Mass where Pope Francis will be presiding. Let me kind of show you a little bit more as we're walking along here. It's a really tall hill that we had to climb up here on the Mount of Olives. Good workout. Another thing I noticed is there's not a whole lot of places to eat around Jerusalem right now, and that's very, I don't know, different from how I remember it. So we haven't even eaten today, and it's 3 p.m. It's like that's how hard it is to even find something. It's just not a lot of places, I guess. I guess local people don't eat. I suppose that's how it works. Here you can see some Jewish um, tombs, and right over here is where you go in for the tomb of the prophets. That's his house, and he has a cave where the prophets are buried, as well as their disciples. And it was just such an honor to go in there. It's basically 2,500-year-old burial place. Let me look at the comments here. Is there a reason you chose to visit Palestine during the war? Since I'm nearby, in Rome, I might as well. Um, might as well go here. I grew up here in Israel and haven't been back in 28 years. And since it's like only a 3-hour flight from Rome and I'm already in Rome, might as well come here. So we made that happen. So took a detour from Rome to here, and then I'll be going back for the rest of Holy Week. So, yeah. Really incredible. Anyways, I will check in back with y'all in a little bit and also post some other stuff. Hope y'all found this helpful and enjoyable. And of course, be sure to hit that like button and the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. All right. See you soon. God bless.